I will show you how to join multiple videos together or merge multiple videos together in a single video in Expo React Native using Media3 transformer for Android. So this is an Android specific tutorial only for Expo React Native. So let's get started. Alright, so the next thing is we will have to create an Expo React Native project. So you can go to this particular URL to choose a template of your own choice. I will be using this blank TypeScript template because it creates very minimum boilerplate code. Also it uses TypeScript. So what I will do is that I will just copy this particular command, but you can change the template to whatever you feel like. So I'll just copy this particular command. Then inside your terminal, just go to your workspace directory and just paste this particular command. It will ask me for my app name. I will just give it some generic app name. Let's just wait. So I will just give it as my app. Okay. Once this is done, it will create a project for us and it will do all the npm installation for us. So what I will do is that I will just open my app. So I'll just copy this. So this is the project which we have created, so I'll just open it inside VS Code. Alright, so this is open. Next, if you see inside our project, there is no Android and iOS folder. So we need to create those folders because we will be writing some native code, right? That's why we need to create those folders. Also one more thing which I want to inform you guys is we'll have to create a separate native module as well. Even though we have created those Android and iOS folder, we won't be writing some code inside it. We will be writing our code inside a separate native module. So firstly, you will have to go to this particular URL and I'll paste it over here. Okay, okay, so this is an Android only tutorial. So what we will have to do is we'll have to go to this URL. We'll have to select this particular Android device, and here we'll have to select development build as well. We don't want Expo Go. Here I have disabled the ES option. I am on Mac OS, so I have already installed Watchman. I have already installed this Cas Zulu. I have already set Java Home as well. I have already installed Android Studio. If you haven't done all these steps, you will have to do it. So I've already done all these steps, so you can go through this step. I've already done this as well. I've already done this as well. Then we have to run this particular command. So I'll just copy this and I will cd to my app. Okay, sorry, I will just cd to my app and I'll just run this particular command. So again, this will install some npm dependencies for us. Don't worry too much about it. Once that is done, we'll have to scroll down and then we'll have to run this particular command as well. So let's just wait for this to finish. So it is finished. Then I'll just run this particular command. So like I am on Expo HDK 52. Previously it used to ask me for my package name, but I don't know, they are not really asking for my package name. They are they are just assigning some random package name to us. I feel that is a little bit odd, but yeah, anyways, if you want, you can manually change your Android package name as well. Now here I am getting an error. This is not really an error. This is because I haven't installed any Android emulator and I have not connected my real Android device to my laptop. That's why it is throwing me an error. Like I will connect my real Android device once I have written all the code. So don't worry too much about it. In your case, it may be asking you to run your run this app on an emulator or on a real device. You don't need to run it now. If you want, you can run it. For now, you can just do Ctrl+C to quit that particular step. And if you see over here you can see the Android folder is created. Okay, so the next step which we have to do is we just have to copy this URL and open it inside a browser. So I have already opened it. If you want, you can go through this documentation. I'm not going through that. I will just show you what steps we need to run. So firstly, you can just copy this particular command and paste it over here. Once you have just paste your command inside your app, it will ask you some questions. So I will just enter. I'm not changing anything. So again, this will take little bit of time, and if you see over here, it has created the modules folder for us. So the next step is, so here I have created one sample project from which I will be copying a bit of code. So don't get confused, the name of the sample project is second. So I will just open the app.tsx from my sample project. Then I will just copy everything from that and I'll just paste it over here. So I will just copy this. I will go to app.tsx over here, and I'll just paste it something like this. Okay, but firstly, before I show you my app.tsx code, we have to install few dependencies. So first, you can open this image picker dependency which I have. So I will just open it over here. Then we also require this React Native video dependency. So for that I have opened this to documentation. So this Expo image picker dependency, because we need to pick videos from the user's device, right? So we will have a button, the user will click on it, it will ask the user for pick his or her device, and then we will transform that video, save the video to external storage, and then play that transform video inside our app. So to pick videos, we will make use of this Expo image picker library. Okay, so the next step which we have to do is we just have to run this particular command. So I'll just copy this. I will go to my app. I'm already inside my app in my terminal, and I'll just run this particular command. So it will install that dependency for us. And we also need to add this plugins folder which you see. So I'll just copy this, and I will go to app.json over here, and here you can see this is my Expo, right? So I will just add a comma after this, and I'll just paste it. And we require access to videos. You can change this message to whatever you feel like. I'll just use something like this. Okay, so once this is done, we'll have to install this React Native video library. There is Expo video library as well, which has just released. If you want, you can use it. I'm more comfortable with React Native video, but any dependency is fine. To install this, we can just copy this, and I'll paste it over here again. Now for so once this is done, okay, so this is done as well. Now for Android, what we have to do is we will have to open this Android drop down, and if you see, we have to click on this Expo plugin over here, and we have to add this particular code. So I'll just copy this particular array. We already have this plugins created, so I will just come over here, and I'll add a comma after this, and I'll paste it over here. And I don't need this, I don't need this as well. Okay, so yeah, that's it for Android. Okay, so this is my app.tsx. so here you can see I have added Expo image picker. I have added some text touchable opacity view as well. This is the use state use effect from React. This is the React Native video as well, and this is our module. So firstly, this set video URI is once we merge all the videos together, and that single video, merged video, would be saved in the external storage of the user's device, so the user can access it anytime, anywhere, not just from our app. And that videos that stored merged videos URL which is stored to external storage, we are sending it back from native Android to React Native side. So for that, I'm using this particular state, and whatever videos the user has selected to merge, those array of URLs would be stored in this particular state. If you want, you can merge videos which is stored on a network URL as well, but just for simplicity, like everything remains the same. If you want, you can just pass this URL over here and pass multiple network URLs inside this particular array and check it for yourself. I'll come back to this use effect later on. If you see my code, firstly I have created one touchable opacity, and on click of it, we are just launching this video picker. And once we have the video URI, I'm just assigning it to our set video URI variable, as simple as that. So here we are just calling pick video. You can pick multiple videos. I will show you the output later on. I will pick multiple videos and join them together. The second button is just to tell that join videos. I have already picked the videos, now join all the videos. And on click of it, we are just calling the transform method, which I will show you shortly, where I have defined it. And we are just passing the array of video URIs to this transform method. And once this video URI is not equal to empty, so once this particular method is finished, you will come inside this use effect, where we are constantly listening for data from native Android side, and you will get that data over here. Okay, so once that data is not equal to null, we just show this data dot value. I think there is data.progress as well. Let me quickly check. Okay, anyways, so this data.value will contain the URI of the video which is stored in external storage, the one merged video. And once we have that, we just assign it to this variable, and once this video URI is not equal to empty, then we start playing that video. Okay, so here we can see just passing the source. This is for on error, this is some styling, and this is the controls for it. So as simple as that. Now we have to define this particular method, right? Transform video. So for that you will have to go to modules, src my module.ts, and here you can see I have defined this method. So these were already present by default when I created the Expo module. So I have just defined this method which takes an array of strings and it returns promise void. Now to listen to this particular on change event, this is also by default present when you create an Expo module. So if you want, you can go to my modules.types.ts. here you can see it has this on change event, and here I am passing two things. So by default value is present when you create an Expo module. I'm also passing the progress of how much merging has already finished. So I have kept it as string because I want to show two values to you. One is progress state and one is the actual progress. The progress state can be 0, 1 and 2, and the actual progress will be 0 to 100. I'll explain more about it once I show you guys the output. So if you want, you can go to app.tsx and you can also log that particular thing as well. So I can do something like this, yeah, and I will just log this particular thing as well. So just so that in case if you want to display a progress bar, because if it is an extremely long video which you are trying to merge, it might take little bit of time. So yeah, that's why I'm displaying this inside our console log. Yeah, that's it on the TypeScript side which we have to do. Like I mentioned, I have added this particular thing by myself. This was by default present when I create an Expo module. This is an extra thing which I have added. Then I'll go to Android folder. Okay, so the next thing which we have to do is we have to write native code. So you will have to go to modules, my module, Android build.gradle file, and here firstly inside dependencies, so we don't need this, you will have to add two dependencies, Android X Media3 common as well as Android X Media3 transformer. So make sure whatever I'm using the latest version at the time of recording, but make sure you use whatever is the latest version. So yeah, you can change this version to whatever you feel like. Rest everything remains the same. I have only added this bit of code over here. Then go to src java, and here go to my module.kt. So firstly there are a lot of imports, so make sure you copy all these imports which I have. Okay, and the next thing which I have done is that I have just annotated it with @unstable API. Then I am extending transformer.listener, so this will help us to override two methods, on completed and on error. The reason which we are marking it as unstable, because this Media3 dependencies are still a bit unstable. I mean, they are stable. I don't know why they require this unstable documentation. I think they are trying to more refine it even further, but I don't think there will be any breaking changes as such. But yeah, we have to add this unstable, but by the time you watch it you might not even require this unstable API annotation, so you can check the documentation for that. Then here we get hold of our context as well as our activity. Then this is the file name as well as this file path. This handler as well as progress holder is for tracking the state, and here I have created a mutable list of edited media item list, just so that we can hold all this URI together. And then this is the module definition. Now inside this module definition, there was some code which they have written inside this view. This is for Expo HDK 52, and they had introduced one bug. They were not writing it properly. I'm sorry, I'm not able to recall it. If you are, after writing all the code which you have given, if you are facing any issue related to URL or URI, make sure you comment out this entire bit of code. I have removed the unnecessary code from this particular view because we are not using this view. So if you want, you can just make it how I have at the moment, but if you want, you can just comment this entire thing out as well. Okay, and hopefully you have copied all the imports which I have. There are a lot of imports as well which you need to copy. Okay, again going back. So after this view ends, I have created our method called transform video. It takes an array of string. I have created an array list of effect, and here we just clear our media list item in case if the user has already done some procedure, already called this method previously. So I'm clearing everything out. Then I'm just looping over all the URLs which we have and just creating an edited media item dot builder from all the URL. Then we create this edited media item sequence from this edited media item. Then we create a composition out of it by passing this media item sequence. Then we just create our transformer. We create an external file. Then we start the transformation out of it. And here this entire thing which you see is for tracking progress state. So here you can see I'm sending the progress state as well as the actual progress back to React Native side. So this will help us to track how much conversion has happened. Also have added a 500 milliseconds delay just for the sake of it. I think 500 milliseconds delay is fine. I mean this delay will just delay the events which you are sending back to React Native side. If you want, you can keep it as 0 as well. Now this is for creating the external file. Now even I have copy pasted this code from the documentation, so even I am not really good at this. And this particular code which you see is for saving the file to external storage. Now this only works on Android O and above, so you can either update the min SDK of your application to, I think it is 28 or 29 or 27, I'm not really sure. You can check the documentation for that. But yeah, unfortunately if you are targeting below 27 or whatever Android O SDK is, the problem is that we then have to ask for read write external storage as well, and then the saving procedure is little bit different, which again gets unnecessarily complicated. That's why I have kept things pretty simple. I think most of the Android users, like more than 80% of Android users, have already upgraded to Android O and above, so I don't think that's a big issue, and in the coming years it will be even higher. So here this is how we save the file to external storage. Again, I'm not going to explain you this because even I have copy pasted this code from the documentation. So yeah, feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and copy paste the code. Now if you remember, at the top we were extending transformer.listener. Because of that we are overriding this on completed as well as on error. So once this conversion has finished, we get the URI by saving the file to external storage, and we are sending that URI back to React Native side. And on error, in case something goes wrong, I'm just displaying a toast message, but just like I'm sending this URI, you can also send an error message back to React Native side if you want to. So yeah, that's it about this particular file. I'll simply scroll at the top and scroll through this file. In case if you have missed anything, feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and copy paste the code which I have given. Okay, and inside build.gradle you have to add these two dependencies, and inside this src my module.type.ts, hopefully you have added this particular method, and inside my module.type.ts hopefully you have added this progress string as well. Like again, like I have kept this as string because we are sending both progress state as well as the actual progress. That's why I have kept this as string. Okay, and inside app.tsx this is how we are using it. So again, if you want, if you have missed it, I'm just showing it to you. Feel free to pause the video and copy paste all the code which I have. Okay, now let me show you guys the output. So I'll quickly run the application and show you guys the output. Okay guys, so here is the output. Now I'm mirroring my device, so the output might be little bit laggy. So I'll just click on pick video, and I'll just select one video. So I'll just select the 1 minute long video. Okay, then again I'll click on pick video, and I'll select this second video as well, 15-second long. If you want, you can select multiple videos as well. Then I think you will have to change some things over here, allowing it to multiple select. I think it automatically selects multiple as well, but anyways I have selected one by one. Now I will join those two videos. Now if you remember, the first video which I picked was 1 minute long, second video was 15-second long, so our merged video should be 1 minute 15-second long. So I'll just click on join videos. Now here you can see it is displaying the progress state. Now it is displaying all the things. I wish it was in a much better way. but anyways, hopefully you are getting my point. So I think I printed twice, I guess. Progress. Anyways, coming back to our Metro bundler. So here you can see, if you see the progress, the second value is, it goes properly 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and the first value is 2. So the 2 value is the progress state and the second value is the actual progress. Now be careful, the second value which you see, it will not reach till 100. Sometimes it may, sometimes it doesn't. But how will you know when to stop your progress bar in case if you are displaying it? This first value which you see will go to 0. That's the indicator to you that the conversion has finished. So I will just pause the video for a second. Here you can see the video is 1 minute 15 second long, and if I click on pick video as well, there are 3 videos. So here you can see the first video is 1 minute 15 second long, and if you see the progress value, it becomes 0 at the very end. That means the conversion is finished. So I'm displaying the progress twice, that's why it is showing up twice, but hopefully you got the point. And this value only reaches till 99. Now if you want, so hopefully I have conveyed my point pretty clearly. Now if you want, I can play this video. I will just reduce the audio. So yeah, I'll just fast forward it little. So this is just the first video still which is playing, and hopefully now the first video ends and this is the start of the second video. So yeah, this is the second video which is only 15 second long. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.